Good evening. I just wanted to talk to you all for just a few minutes. I have been out all day today. I went out on a quick mission to Tel Aviv, and then from there I continued on to go and visit some soldiers. I ended up, Gideon and I sat last night and we watched the historical events of President Trump proclaiming Jerusalem to be the eternal capital of Israel, the same capital that we know that God declared it to be years ago, the same capital that we know that King David went out from and fought battles over. And this capital of Jerusalem is such an amazing capital, and it's an amazing place. But one thing that I wanted to bring your attention to that really caught Gideon and I last night as we were watching the news, of course, immediately we were all waiting in anticipation of what was going to happen and if it was really going to come forth. And immediately when President Trump proclaimed this, my immediate thoughts went out to our soldiers. Those soldiers here in the Israel Defense Forces, that they are on duty, they're guarding and watching over us, and my thoughts went out to them, knowing that there was a lot being said by our enemies, that if this proclamation came forth, that there would be days of rage and violence throughout the land. I think it's interesting, those of you that maybe don't know this, I find it interesting that in the Bible, the word violence in Hebrew is actually Hamas. And so I knew that our soldiers would be up against these radical men who hate Israel with such a passion. And my heart went out to them because I thought, here we are, we're thrown in this again. And so today I decided, really at the last moment last night after hearing this proclamation, I decided that today I was going to go out to the soldiers. I have a couple of units that I know that they are in the Jerusalem area, and I know that they would be on guard and on duty, and I was going to go out to them. And so I loaded up the car with everything that we had baked this last week. We had a lot of cookies baked, we had a lot of muffins, I had a lot of snacks that I had bought and some drinks, some Coca-Cola. We loaded up the car, and I went out and I explained to the soldiers that I just had to see them, and I just had to explain to them how much we loved them and how much we were praying for them. And the fact was, when I actually got to most of the soldiers, most of them, their weekend that they should have been getting off today to go back home to celebrate the weekend and celebrate Shabbat with their family, that weekend has been cut short. A lot of them are not going home at all because of the days of violence and rage that are being called for in the Jerusalem, capital of our country, Jerusalem. And so I just want to remind you tonight, throughout this weekend, to remember to pray for our soldiers, remember to pray for that peace would truly settle in the land. Pray for wisdom, pray for energy, pray for strength, pray for God to be really the fire around them and the shield around them and the guard around them. Pray for the commanders that they would have strategy. Several of the commanders that I thought I would see today were not there because they were out in the field with their soldiers. And so just pray for our soldiers tonight. Pray really that God would really guard over them and keep them tonight and keep them throughout this week as they are on guard duty, in patrols, in areas that they don't want to be in. They would prefer to be at home enjoying a Shabbat and relaxing. So pray for our soldiers tonight. The scripture says, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. And so that's what we want to do tonight. And the scripture says also that you will prosper those that pray for this. So pray for the peace of Jerusalem tonight. Sha'alu shalom Yerushalayim. We bless you. Good night. Lila Tov from Ema's Goodies. Thank you for supporting our guys. It's moments like this that we're so thankful for support from you guys. So we love you and we send you blessings.